Manager that could soon be appointed at a Premier League side, Eddie Howe. All the reports state that he's much closer to Newcastle. They've agreed a deal, but just how close is this, Gab?
Well, after all the reports from all the same people said that Unai Emery was on his way, which was after all the reports from all the same people said Paulo Fonseca was on his way, I'm taking this with a grain of salt. Look, that said, this is what they're saying, that they've spoken to a lot of different people. Eddie Howe, of course, currently unemployed, and so you don't have any weird issues like you did with Villarreal if you want to go talk to him. The appeal of Eddie Howe, everybody knows the story, taking Bournemouth up from League Two into the Premier League, staying in the Premier League, keeping little Bournemouth in the top 10 for a while. I think that is a big part of the appeal. On the other hand, I think a lot of people, or some people, might wonder, wait a minute, is this the right guy, considering that at Bournemouth he was omnipotent, whereas at this club you imagine they're going to appoint a director of football very, very soon.
What do you think, Don? Is Eddie Howe a man who could be a hero on Tyneside with the Geordies?
Remember that list that I put up a couple of weeks ago, Kay, when I had Antonio Conte and I had Coutinho and Icardi and Rudiger and Koulibaly? That's not happening anymore. That's an appointment I think smacks of desperation. They didn't get their man in Unai Emery. I think the board have panicked because they know they've got a massive game against Brighton at the weekend. They just got someone in. And maybe, just maybe, listen, I don't think the board's thinking like this, but maybe it's an appointment where if Newcastle do go down, Eddie Howe might be the best man to get them back up again. But it seems like desperation to me, because what I would say, when you look at how Bournemouth have defended over the piece when they were in the Premier League over the years, their goal against column was outrageous. It was in the 60s and the 70s. So I can't imagine Eddie Howe is going to go into Newcastle and try and play defensive football. I heard an interview that he'd done over in England about a year ago when he worked on TV, and he told everyone his style and his personality and his philosophy. And he said, I always work on attacking players. I always work on trying to win games. I'm not a defensive coach. I'll never, ever change. So good luck with that at Newcastle.
Another round of action coming up in the Premier League before the international break. All eyes will be on the Manchester derby, of course. That takes place on Saturday. Newcastle will be taking Brighton on away from home. And West Ham against Liverpool, also one that I know Stevie is going to have his eyes on.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.